Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Pinball, the man who saved the game. It's the story of Roger Sharp, the young Midwesterner who overturned New York City's 35-year-old ban on pinball machines. I had no idea that was a thing. 7.3 on IMDb, but only 188 people rated so far. And I don't really recognize, Dennis Boutsikaris, I recognize him, but otherwise I don't see anybody else that I actually recognize at this point. So I don't know, hour and 32 minutes long, just came out. I'm going to check it out and let you know what I think. Stick around, I'll be back. Alexa, cut. Alexa, cut. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Pinball, the man who saved the game. No check-ins tonight. Wasn't needed, I don't think, but it's an interesting movie because I had no, I had no insight to any of this prior to watching this movie. So that's what I liked most about this one. I assumed it was based on a true story. They don't say that in the beginning, which is weird. They don't even say that at the end. But they show pictures of the actual Roger Stafford, or whatever his name was. Roger Sharp, right? So what it is we have, I mentioned his name before, Dennis, I don't know how to say his last name, Boutsikaris, I don't know, something like that. You've probably seen him. I've seen him in a lot more TV than I do see him in movies. But he is playing like the present day Roger Sharp, and he's narrating it. And they set it up as it's like a documentary, or they're making a movie and they're interviewing him. So some of that, it plays off really well. And then we go back in time as he's telling the story, and Mike Faist, F-A-I-S-T, he plays younger Roger. And then Crystal Reed plays a pretty big part in this, who I've seen before. I didn't realize it because I've seen her in other things, but I just know that from looking it up anyway. But essentially, it's fun, like how he starts telling the story and narrates the whole thing, and and at points, like he's like, well, I have to tell you the whole story, and the guy interviewing him is like, yeah, we want to know more about pinball, and he's like, I get it, you're trying to whatever, but that helps make the movie. That part was fun. I liked the way that they did that. And then even at the end, after it's all over, he comes back and like corrects some things. He's like, this was a movie. Let me correct some of the things that were made in this movie but it's still him, the actor. It's not the actual Roger Sharp. But essentially, this guy, and it's a combination of his, his infatuation with pinball and the whole reason that he likes pinball, and how it was banned, and then his efforts to, one, he starts like writing about it, and then two, starts helping drive the cause of getting it unbanned in New York City. Meanwhile, that's combined with his kind of love life. How he originally was married at the beginning, or married early, and then divorced, and now found that whatever I said her name, Crystal something. Anyway, Crystal Reed is the actress's name. So it shows their relationship and then the similarities between pinball and the relationship. So, yeah, I have to say, a lot of my movies I judge by my phone. I was on my phone a little bit. I don't know why. I just kind of lost interest here and there. But I enjoyed the film. I liked it. Again, I think I liked the fact-finding piece of it, not so much the overall action, like, okay, what's going to happen here and there. So there you go. A couple characters in there I liked. I liked the photographer guy. I thought he was pretty interesting. I like this Michael. He has this mustache, Faist. Not him, but the character does, and he actually has the real Roger Sharp had that type of mustache. So they make him have this mustache in the entire movie. But so I liked it. I liked all the characters. Nothing wrong with the characters. Nobody I didn't like. And again, the story was kind of fun because something I didn't know about. Glad it was shorter. An hour and a half was enough, I think, for me. Didn't need much more than that, but there you go. That's all I got. Not much more to tell. It's interesting to watch, but not gripping. if that's still good. So, alright, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.